Hi there, we're going to do some more practice doing word problems with two-step equations. At the top here, I have everything that might be helpful to you during this, so feel free to take a screenshot and put that next to any problem that you're working on. I'm going to ask you guys to try a problem, and then I will come back and go over it with you guys. So please pause the video, try number 7, and come back when you're ready to go over it. All right, hopefully you are ready to go over problem 7. I'm going to do the strategy of circling my Q and R's, and then I'm going to do less down below. So it says Jack won 71 lollipops playing basketball at the county fair. At school, he gave 3 to every student in his math class. He only has 5 remaining. How many students are in his class? So the quantity is going to be the students in his class. That's Q. For the relationships, you might think that 1 from the 71 right here is a relationship, but it's actually not. That's just telling you how many lollipops he has. But I see gave, that's going to be a relationship. And then you need one more, and I think every is going to be my other relationship. Gave tells me that I'm probably going to be subtracting something. And then every tells me that I'm going to be multiplying something. And I know for these two-step equations, I always need one that's addition, subtraction, one that's multiplication, division. So that makes sense. So I'm going to have LES, skip some space, other S. Let X be students in his class. That's my mystery. Now the equation, I'm actually going to set the equation equal to 71. 71, although it comes first in the problem, is going to be the answer part of my equation. So let's see. He gave 3 to every student in his math class. So that's going to be 3x. That shows that he distributed 3 lollipops to each student in the class. So the number of students times 3. He only has 5 remaining, so that's going to be plus 5. Going to bring this back. So you kind of have to think backwards on this one. On this one, it's the amount of lollipops he gave away plus how many he has remaining equal the total amount of lollipops that he has. If you came up with a different equation, go ahead and correct it to mine, and then solve it, do a new sentence, and come back and watch the rest of the video. All right, so if I look at my orange cloud, it does match equation type number 1, so I know that it's a valid equation, and I know I have to start with adding and subtracting, then I have to multiply or divide. 71 is going to stay put because it's not bothering king variable, but this 5 needs to go away. That's the add or subtract step. The 3x is going to drop down. 71 minus 5 is 66, sorry. Then multiply or divide. I need to divide because they gave me multiplication. So that's going to be x equals 22. So there are 22 students in his class. And let's see if that makes sense. So there's 22 students. He gave them each 3 lollipops. So he gave away 66, and he has 5 for himself. And yeah, that equals the 71. It's almost just like a really quick check. All right, please try number 8. Pause the video and come back when you're ready to go over it. And I will try to leave all this stuff at the top visible. All right, hopefully you are ready to go over problem 8. So it says Floyd is an aspiring music artist. He has a record contract that pays him at a base rate of $200 a month and an additional $12 for each album that he sells. Last month, he earned a total of $644. How many albums did he sell? All right, so let's take a look. For the Q, it would be albums sold. For the relationships, I want to find 2. I want to find one that's addition, subtraction, one that's multiplication, division. let's see, $200 a month. That's kind of like per month. So that's one relationship. That's going to be my multiplication division one. And then additional, that's going to be my relationship as well. Actually, I think I'm going to get rid of a month. I don't like that as my relationship. I think each is going to be a stronger relationship. So my relationships are going to be additional and each. So then I'm going to do LESS. Let X be albums sold. The equation. So let's see. He gets $200 for the month. So we're only talking about 1 month here. So the $200 is not going to be multiplied by anything. So just regular old $200 because this is taking place in 1 month. Then he gets an additional $12 for each album. So 12x. So take the number of albums he sold, multiply it by 12. That makes sense? And then he earned a total of $644. Again, total wouldn't really be a relationship because it's just telling us the amount he had, the amount that goes on the other side of the equation. Let's see if this is like one of our two-step formats. It looks to me like two-step format number 1, just the addition order is reversed, and that's okay. If you have a different equation or one that's a lot different than mine that would get you a different answer, go ahead and pause the video and fix yours up. Come back when you're ready to keep going. All right, so if you're still watching, that means that you have an equation similar to mine. I have to add or subtract first. So I'm going to take away the 200. The 644 is going to stay put on that side because it's on the opposite side as the king variable. 12x will drop down. 644 minus 200 is 444. Divide both sides by 12. Get x equals. Now, I don't know what 444 divided by 12 is. So let's see. 12 does not go into 4. It goes into 44 3 times, because that'll get me to 36. That'll be an 8 when I subtract. Bring down the 4. 12 goes into 84 7 times, and that goes in evenly. So x equals 37. So he sold 37 albums. So in 1 month, he got that $200. Then he also got $12 for each of those 37 albums, and that totaled $644. All right, try problem 9. Pause the video when you're ready to and solve it. Come back when you're ready to go over it. All right, let's take a look at this one. For a field trip, 5 students rode in cars and the rest filled 10 buses. How many students were in each bus if 215 students were on the trip? So let's see. The quantity is the students in each bus. How many students were in each bus? So that's my quantity. That's the mystery. All right. I think my relationship would be each. So it's actually part of my quantity. So that's going to be my multiplication or division word, something with each of the buses. And then the other one, there's not like a great word to pick out here, but I'm going to say the rest. That's like saying in addition to, or the others, something like that. So that's going to be my addition or subtraction word, although it's not a great one. All right, so let X be students in each bus. So it's not total students, it's the students in each bus. My equation, 5 students rode in cars, so they have nothing to do with the buses. So it's going to be 5 plus the number of students that were in the bus. There are 10 buses, and we don't know how many students were in each of those buses. But I can write that as 10x. because X is the amount of students in each bus times 10 buses. And then that's going to be a total of 215 students. If you need to fix up your equation and resolve it, please pause the video and redo the rest of the problem. Come back when you're ready to keep going. All right. So if you're watching the video, you should have this equation solved. Let's see. This is two-step equation type number 1. That's a pretty common one, it looks like. We have the addition order reversed, but that's okay. I know I need to add or subtract first, then multiply or divide. The 215 is not going to be involved in the solving because it's on the opposite side of the equation as the x. I have a positive 5 that I need to get rid of, so I need to subtract 5 from both sides. Always add or subtract first. The 10x is going to drop down. 215 divided by, or minus 5, is 210. Then I have to multiply or divide. Since they gave me multiplication, I have to divide. X equals, and an easy way to divide something by 10, if they both end in 0, is just to cancel out those zeros. So you end up just getting 21, or you could have done long division. So there were 21 students per bus, or in each bus, however you want to say that. And let's see if it makes sense. 21 students in each of the 10 buses would be 210 students, plus 5 that drove in cars. Yep, that equals 215. So that's just a good way to check at the end. All right.